Alright, YouTube, so today we are going to be looking at Animal Man by Grant Morrison. Alright, so check it out. Alright, people, so today we're going to be looking at Animal Man by Grant Morrison. Alright, love this story. I have not read all 26 issues, but I have read roughly about the first 12 issues. So let's get it out of here. Let's try to be careful with it. All right, so there's the back. This retails at $100, but like usual, like I said, you can find it online for much cheaper. On the back it says this is Grant Morrison's career launching run on Animal Man. It features the first 26 issues as well as a character's dimension spanning creation tale from the Secret Origins number 39 and an introduction from the author. I don't know if this is gonna have the first appearance of Buddy Baker, but Buddy Baker's first appearance was actually Strange Tales. I think it's like 180. I think, yeah, it's 180. So we'll see. We'll check it out and see if it's in there. But covered by Brian Boland. It's got the DC Black label on it. Let's get this jacket off of it. All right, this is what the interior of the jacket is. Who makes us suffer this way? Who writes the world? Alright. Oh man, I really love this cover right here. You see that? Showcase 79 homage cover right here. So it's got some of the covers from the run, as you can see. So this is some of the earlier ones. Like I said, most of these, if not all of these, are Brian Boland covers. One of my favorite artists of all time. So we're going to pop it open. I know I didn't stretch out the spine or whatever, but you know what, I subscribed to that belief for a while, but now I'm kind of like not sure about that. Because I feel like sometimes you stretch spines and then the books just fall apart anyways. I think to me it's like the quality of the binding. So if the book is good binding, then it's gonna hold up, in my opinion, of course. So it says Grant Morrison is the writer. It's got art by Chaz Trugg, Doug Hazelwood, Tom Grummett, Paris Cullins, Steve Mortato, Mark McKenna, Mark Farmer, right? And then you got a couple colorists. Brian Boland is the cover artist, so he did not work on the interiors. So it's got a table of contents. It's got an introduction. I believe this introduction is being written by Grant Morrison. I love the Brian Boland art. Freaking love that dude. So here's the first issue, and this book is pretty much like a down-to-earth style. I think in DC around this time, late 80s, early 90s, the DC Vertigo days, you kind of saw DC was doing this a lot with some of their lesser-known characters. I would say lesser-known, but at the time I think they were like Swamp Thing and some of the Sandman stuff and everything, and they were just kind of on a roll, just writing these down-to-earth style, more adult oriented Vertigo style. I freaking love Vertigo, guy. And this is no different, right? You have superheroes here, but this kind of starts off with Buddy Baker just kind of missing his superhero way of life, right? Because for him, he's kind of changed, right? He's kind of has a family. He has a daughter, a son, a wife, right? And he's just kind of gets old, just going through life, back and forth. And, like right here, he's like reading his daughter a bedtime story and stuff. So, and then he still yearns to be a superhero and stuff like that. And he's still looking for something to fight for. And he's also kind of like a has-been actor or something like that. I think he's like a stuntman, I think. And then he was like famous and stuff like that. So, for those of you guys unfamiliar with Animal Man, his power is pretty much he can use the power of any animal, right? So if he uses the power of a bird, he can fly. If he wants to have the quickness of a wolf, he can do that. I really love this story right here. This is kind of like a retelling of like Wile E. Coyote from Bugs Bunny. Ah man, this is very cool. I really enjoyed it, but it was like a lot more gruesome stuff going on there, and a lot of stuff. So, like I said, very good run. I think if you enjoyed stuff like the Green Arrow from Mike Grell, I think you would like this. If you enjoyed Preacher, I think you would like this. If you enjoyed Hellblazer by Garth Ennis, I think you would like this. I think if you read Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, I think you would like this as well. If you enjoyed Nancy Collins' Swamp Thing, I think you would also enjoy this. I'm telling you guys, if you're kind of in that Vertigo style, I think that this is going to be something that you would really enjoy. One of my favorite things, one of my favorite concepts that a lot of those stories had was kind of like their concern for the environment. There were pretty much a lot of environmentally aware crowd and stuff like that. But they kind of fits in there, right? Because Swamp Thing's like the caretaker of the green, and then Animal Man's the caretaker of the red, which is the animal kingdom, and the plant kingdom as well. So overall, very good story. Like I said, I have not read all the way through it, but I have read a good chunk of it, and I think I would say that I've read enough for me to recommend it. Here we go, Psycho Pirate. When Psycho Pirate shows up, it's just a matter of time before a crisis happens, right? So yeah, that's the book. You guys let me know if you guys are gonna pick it up. If you guys did get it, let me know. I don't think it includes the Strange Adventures at the end. Doesn't this look familiar? Doesn't this look like this panel right here? Doesn't it remind you of a certain Sandman issue? So here are some cover arts, right, for the trade paperback collection. Brian Boland did those as well. So, which are actually kind of rare to find. I mean, those things are kind of hard to find, to be honest. So there it is, guys. Animal Man by Grant Morrison. Really loved it. I'm going to try to start over and read it all the way through, at least to the issue 26. And cannot wait, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Stay cool.